Right, hi guys. So this is a tutorial, short tutorial on creating a health bar. Okay, so it's quite straightforward. Okay, but I mean, if you figure out all the settings, and it's quite straightforward lah. Right, so basically creating a health bar above the players or enemies characters. Right, so we're gonna use a canvas and make sure the canvas is in a world space setting. We're gonna use a slider component as the UI. Okay, and some script to update the value of the slider itself. Okay. So with that said, let's go in. So this is kind of like a bare base of the template. Okay, so kind of like pretty much nothing. Okay, so we're gonna build a nav mesh here first. Right, and we are good to go. Break prefab. Break again. Okay, so and we are good to go. So we're gonna create some health bar on top of the both player and enemy. Okay, so for player, very quickly just open it. And we want to create a UI and of a type slider. Okay, make sure we are slider. Okay, so before we even do anything, let's just make sure our canvas is on the world space. Okay, and the position 000. Size maybe I don't know. Okay, let's leave the size first. There for the scale, right, we can put 0.01 for all the three axes. Right. Then let's now we can try to find. Okay, so now actually is our slider is here. So the canvas probably you can reduce. Okay, if you, I'm not sure if you can see the white line. Okay, but we can reduce it because the canvas is based off our screen resolution. So let's just reduce it to kind of like about just nice, maybe 200. 200 is kind of small, maybe 300 lah. Okay, then for the height maybe just 100. Okay, let's zoom in. Okay, now we can move our canvas upwards from our layer. Okay, so kind of we got a bar already. Okay, but normally typical slider bar doesn't have a handle. Doesn't have a handle, so we're gonna hide that. We're gonna change the few colors to maybe, I mean green. I mean whatever color that you like lah. Okay, so basically how the slider works, right? There's a value here. Okay, so if you change this value, it will goes from 0 to 1. Okay, half and stuff. Okay, so just take note that this value is normalized, so it's 0 to 1. Okay, you want you can change the max value lah, but I mean let's just keep it 0 to 1. Okay. Okay, so with that done, okay, now we got our slider bar. Then we got to use some code to update this slider bar's value. Okay, so basically let's go inside our player script. So that means every time you take damage, that means you have to update your health, which is already done. Then we also need to update the health UI or the health bar UI. Okay, so because we're gonna control the UI, so we definitely need to get a reference. So public slider. Oops. Okay, so because we have to add another reference. Okay, so our slider is can be referenced. So for health bar, right, we gonna say okay, in the beginning, right, when the game start, we're gonna update our health bar dot value equals to our current health point divide by 100. Okay, so depend on your game. If your game has 100 health point, make sure it's out of 100. If your game has 200 health point, make sure it's out of like 1,000. I mean whatever maximum number lah. Okay, so I think let's use float because we need the floating precision because we are gonna range it from 0 to 1. Okay, so this will give us a normalized value. Okay, so apart from that should be at start. Okay, apart from start function, okay, having the health bar value updated, we also want to update this value upon us getting damage, which is in on collision enter. Okay, so when we update our health, we want to update our value of our health bar as well. So with that we can test, see if our health bar for player is working. Oh, now reference, yeah, so we have not dragged our health bar reference. So let's drag it in. Okay. Let's just rename this as health bar as well. Make it clearer. Okay. So yeah, it's kind of working, but when I turn around, my health bar is also turning with me. So I want to make sure my this health bar always face the front. Okay. So for that, right, actually I can create another script. Maybe let's just call it health. Mm, let's just call it health bar script. Okay, so basically this script only does one thing. So we're gonna use transform. So basically we're gonna make it always look at the camera. Okay. Dot positioner. Okay, always look at the camera's position. Okay, it kind of worked, but then how to make it even better, right? We can actually, instead of update, we use late update. Okay, late update. So late update will basically delay the update so it will be the last few things to update. Okay, so now that is much better and stable. It's good. Okay. So maybe I should take some more damage. Right, so now my health bar works. Okay, so for the same thing for the enemy, okay, we can duplicate the canvas, put into enemy. Okay, let's just rename this guy again. Then we're gonna set its position, let's say back to the original. Okay, they're gonna bring it up slightly above the enemy's head. Okay, so if you find the health bar is too small, you can feel free to scale it and resize it. Okay. So for enemy, we will go to the enemy script. So something very similar with the player script. So we're gonna add one more reference to UI. Then create a reference. Okay, health bar. So same thing when the game starts. Health point divided by say maximum health 100. Okay. Again, we need to use float for precision. Okay. So apart from start, we also want to update when we get damage. Okay. So these two places whereby we update our health bar. Going back to the enemy game object, okay, we want to then drag our slider in our health bar inside. Okay. So now we should have a working health bar for our enemy. Okay. But if you notice, right, the enemy health bar is actually turning around with the enemy. Okay, we can further improve this. So basically, we want it to always look straight at the direction of the camera, but not exactly at the camera. So kind of like looking forward, but not at the side. Okay, so we're gonna kind of change the look at function in the health bar script for a little. So this was the original one. So we can customize a bit. Right, so we're gonna say look straight to yourself, your own position. Right, so basically this X position belongs to the health bar itself. For the Y, we can say look at the camera's Y, and for the Z, we can look at the camera Z. Oh, okay, let's test this. So basically, I'm not looking left, right, but rather looking up and forward in the direction of the camera. Okay, so now looks good. I mean, at least the enemy's health bar is not turning around. Okay, let's get some damage. Okay, let's kill the enemy. Okay, so that's it. That's the health bar. Okay. So if there's nothing much, that's kind of like that's all. Right. Okay. Thank you.